Sally Lloyd is in the house. How you doing, Sally? Nice to have you jumping in with me today. I'm running just a little bit. You sound roughed on? A little bit better. A little bit better. I did do a live yesterday. Missed you yesterday, but that's okay. I know you didn't know for sure when I was going to be jumping back on live, but I am back. Still on the mend, still healing up, but feel well enough to do the content. So other than that, hopefully you are having a happy new year. Hasn't been quite so happy for me. Our son left, and then me, I got sick, and then my wife got sick, and so we're both sick. The reason for the delay today was I had to get on with, had to call my dentist office and tell them that I wasn't going to be able to make it in tomorrow morning for my. It wasn't an important appointment. It's just a dental cleaning and seeing how my teeth are doing. So it's just going to be pushed back 2 weeks. So in 2 weeks, hopefully I'll be doing much better by then. And we'll be back in the saddle, 100% hopefully. But other than that, right now it looks like it's me and you, just like the good old days when I was down in the basement. Out in my office in the garage. But I'll never forget that you called it the basement, but that is fine. It's kind of stuck with me in the channel and with different people. God bless you. Laugh out loud. That's right, I'm keeping it in the family. My wife was so upset when she got sick too. Just that little bit of congestion, just it does not want to let go. So let me cycle through this one more time here, and then I will pause it and get into my preview screen. I was able to salvage it. I had wonders about one or two of my my people here, my cards here, but I was able to find the cards so that you weren't upset if you showed up, and you did. So that is good for today, because I don't have any of those tombstone cards that you love so much. I don't have those tombstone cards. We've got 5 good cards. And as you can see, if you look on the screen here, you can see PeeWee Reese is in here. He makes another appearance. I know pretty much that I had him here before when we were working on things, when I did PeeWee Reese, his biography. But this is PeeWee Reese right here, in case you didn't notice. Alright, so you get to hear about PeeWee Reese yet again for his Hall of Fame induction in 1984. Gorilla Family, hey, I made it at the start. Yes, you did. Well, plus it probably helped too that I started a little bit later than usual there, MG, Mountain Gorilla. Just glad to be able to be in the saddle here back today. Sally was the first one in the stream, and you are the second. We do have a few people hanging out. I'll wait just a minute or two here and go over some of my stats and stuff. It's kind of strange. I don't know what happened yesterday. I think YouTube sometimes does fall behind, but then I'm thinking that these numbers today did not include yesterday's, because yesterday I did get quite a few hours for my live stream yesterday, but it didn't get reflected. I think it was a negative, so I think you're always one day behind. So I think yesterday's hours I'm cleaning the house, gonna put you on the big screen. Oh my word. I feel like I'm making it on the big screens in the houses. Oh no. that makes me feel important that I'm getting to go on the big screen. That's like back when I was a kid and stuff. I'd go over my grandparents' house in Minnesota when I was a young kid, and I've been told these stories. I don't remember them. But I would always come over, and I'd come into the house sometimes, and I'd smell the popcorn, fresh popcorn on the farm. And that was just really cool and stuff. Sorry, I only have a mobile. Gorilla Family. I'm on a 65-inch TV. Oh my word, I am on the big screen. But yeah, so what I'd been told through the years and stuff was that when I would come over my grandparents' house and smell the popcorn, I would always tell them, "Oh, you've been to the movie house?" Because back in the day, you basically got popcorn when you went out to the movies, and that was the movie house. So to smell popcorn in the farmhouse, that's because my grandma, she liked popcorn herself. She living on a farm, they knew how to make popcorn with the kernels from corn, and so that was just one thing that was really funny back in the day, was when I'd go over to their house and say, "Oh, Grandma, you've been to the movie house." And maybe they brought popcorn home with them after the movie house, because that was big in those days. But it is fun to just share different types of stories when you do hear things like that. But yeah, if you take a look here real quick, I'll show you yesterday. That's what kind of threw me off when I looked at my numbers this morning. My watch hours show I'm at 3,727, and I'm like, wait a minute. Yesterday I was at 3,728. So I find it odd how sometimes when you have such a good day the day before, and then unfortunately it shows, but I know it's because it's later in the day that I did the stream from yesterday, so it hasn't showed up there probably. So yeah, I guess I lost an hour since yesterday. So I lost an hour on my watch hours. That's kind of weird, really, really goofy sometimes. You will be there in no time. Oh yeah, I know I'll make it there eventually. It's just, it kind of depresses you slightly when you get in. You say, oh, let's see, how much did I go up today? Because I think I'd have to look back pretty far. I think when I actually decreased any on my watch hours. So hopefully it's just a YouTube glitch or something, because if I look back, I'd probably have to go back to the 10th of December, where I didn't gain or lose, I just stayed the same. So as far as a day when I lost hours, since I started recording, once I got my 1,000 subscribers, I'm going back to check into October then. Oh, I did have one day. One day on October 29th, I lost 1 watch hour, so that maybe that's the same thing. But then that next day, after I lost 1 hour, I gained 62 hours. So maybe that's the downfall. Once a quarter, maybe. October, November, December, January. Yeah, it's been about 3 months. So maybe it's some type of glitch they have in YouTube, but it's not going to deter me nonetheless. Earth angels get to spread their wings. Sorry, let me just drink a little bit of water here. But other than that, things are going well. I will just try to so that I just wanted to give you that short quick update. Nothing late breaking great news there. So according to YouTube now, I still need 373 273 hours instead of 272 like yesterday. But other than that, today is a good day. Today is Wednesday. I'll probably have to disappoint my pastor and send him a message or give him a quick call a little bit later today saying me and the wife probably won't be in church tonight. The reason I say that too, normally I would try not to miss church, but it is raining and miserable weather here, so no sense in chancing anything as we're trying to heal and mend up to go out into wet, cold, miserable weather. Matter of fact, coming up this weekend here, we should be starting to get some snow, which isn't what we like to hear in this area. We do get lots of rain in the wintertime. We can see the snow in the mountains. But yeah, there's supposed to be snow in the forecast coming up this weekend coming up. So other than that, I will be staying in where it's warm. I'll be working on my Patreon packages this afternoon. I did get caught up yesterday after my live stream and did record episodes for my Bible reading. They get released every morning at 5 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So I'll let you guys do the math as far as when it's 5 a.m. here, what time it is in your neck of the woods. It does make it easier for the East Coasters. That means it's like 8 a.m. in the morning that the post goes up for the Bible reading. Even though I haven't been getting a lot of views, it does give me another avenue to share the post out onto my Facebook, me and my wife's Facebook, and then our about 4 or 5 different pages that I'm involved with. So I do share the posts there, so that gives it a chance to eventually down the road when people see how I'm doing my new posts for where you should be in your Bible reading, since I'm reading them to my followers right on the internet. It does make it a little bit different and a little bit challenging, but I do plan on getting through the whole Bible this year. All right, so that's why I miss it. It's 1 p.m. I'm going to binge watch it. I can't seem to concentrate on it. Yeah, sometimes it's hard. You could just kind of lay there in your bed and turn it on there, Sally, and kind of listen to it. You could fall asleep. This is one key thing that I've heard and learned is that if you listen to something, if you have headphones, you can put it in your headphones. If you fall asleep to it, your brain and your mind is still soaking in that information, even though you're mentally sleeping. Your brain is still processing what's being read to you in your mind, and they say it helps people remember things sometimes, especially if that scripture is being read to them. They say, I know I've heard that one before, and you probably did, maybe in your sleep. But just giving you some food for thought there. You can each book of the Bible will be placed into a playlist on my channel. So there will be a playlist, well, just like there is the one for the book of Psalms, there is the one for the book of Proverbs, even though I will be going through that again. And then it will be also for Proverbs and Psalms, there will be 2 new books with this new reading. I got to just make sure they're not labeled the same way. But so yeah, each book of the Bible will have a separate playlist. So if ever, anytime you want to go through, when we get through the whole Bible, and you want to hear the book of John, or Matthew, or Mark, or Luke, or Acts, or the Romans, or Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy, it'll all be cataloged and categorized in playlists on my channel. So that will be a nice little avenue that people will have. They could go by and just listen to the Bible whenever they would want to, once the whole project is complete. And needless to say, that will give me another 360 some videos posted up on my channel that people will have to be able to use, to watch, to listen to. Don't necessarily have to watch it, but you can listen to it in the background. But without further ado, we will get into our content at hand, since I have been rambling on for 15 minutes, but I did jump on late today. So let me get my computer ready here, get my Hall of Fame members up, and we will be going through in order that I'm going to point them out to you. Luis Aparieio, Don Drysdale, Rick Ferrell, Harmen Killebrew, and PeeWee Reese. These were our 5 inductees into the Baseball Hall of Fame in Cooperstown, New York, in 1984. So hopefully you guys enjoy this. I know it might have been my own fault in getting on here late. Probably some of my people that know I usually get on about 10:15, 10:20 to give people a chance to get in here, but hopefully they'll see it. They'll see that I did do the live, and they'll hop back on. So just as a point of interest here, since I did not do my team on Monday, because I didn't do a live on Monday, and I started my lives this week, yesterday, tomorrow's will be a dual biography. It'll be a dual biography, okay? And it'll be with the Reggie Jackson. So tomorrow we'll be going over Reggie Jackson for the biography, and then in conjunction with that, we'll be doing the team history for the New York Yankees. Since Reggie Jackson, that was his primary team, even though he did let's see, actually, he played, I guess, Kansas City, the Oakland Athletics, Baltimore Orioles, the New York Yankees, the California Angels, and the Oakland Athletics. So he did bounce around the leagues, but I think he's most notably known when he played for the New York Yankees. So we're probably going to do that for Reggie Jackson. Along with Reggie Jackson, we will be doing the New York Yankees. All right. So I will be doing his biography tomorrow and the New York Yankees team history as a dual live stream tomorrow. Okay. So I'll just give you a heads up on that, and we will get ready to rock and roll with our Hall of Famers for this day, Wednesday, January 8th, 2020. So Luis Aparieio, hopefully I'm saying that right, Luis Aparieio, Aparicio. I'm not a drinker, but how cool is the name Killebrew for a baseball player? Yeah, Killebrew. And he played for the Minnesota Twins. Killebrew. I like that, Gorilla. All right, so Luis Aparieio. Luis Ernesto Aparieio Montiel, inducted into the Hall of Fame in 1984. Primary team was the Chicago White Sox, and he was a shortstop. So few men Luis Aparieio's size have starred at the big league level. Even fewer have controlled the diamond like the slick fielding Venezuelan shortstop. Luis Ernesto Aparieio was born April 29, 1934 in Maracaibo, Venezuela. Signed as an amateur free agent by the White Sox in 1954, Aparieio spent 2 years in the minors before making his major league debut on April 17, 1956. The 5'9", 160-pound Aparieio quickly made a name for himself as the starting shortstop leading the league with 21 stolen bases and 14 sacrifice hits in his first season. His first earned him the American League Rookie of the Year award. It marked the first of 9 straight seasons where Aparieio led the American League in stolen bases. No other player has ever led his league in steals more than 6 years in a row. In 1959, Little Louie propelled the White Sox to the World Series with stellar regular season numbers, scoring 98 runs while stealing 56 bases, finishing second that year in the American League MVP voting, although his team lost to the Los Angeles Dodgers in the Fall Classic. Aparieio batted .308 with 8 hits in the World Series. Aparieio led American League shortstops in fielding percentage from 1959 to 1966 and racked up 9 Gold Glove awards over the span of his career. He's the best I've ever seen, former White Sox owner and future Hall of Famer Bill Veeck said in 1959. He makes plays which I know can't possibly be made, yet he makes them almost every day. The White Sox traded Aparieio to the Baltimore Orioles on January 14, 1963. In his 4 years with the Orioles, he led the American League in stolen bases twice. I just read that, Mountain Gorilla. I like that. Haha, at Donald by God's grace. I just meant a beer. Didn't think about the Brew Crew. Aparieio also made his second World Series appearance in 1966. This time, his Orioles swept the Dodgers to win it all. Aparieio was traded back to the White Sox after the 1967 season, and he spent 3 more years with Chicago before moving to the Boston Red Sox. Aparieio spent his last 3 seasons in the major leagues in Boston. Aparieio played his final game on September 28, 1973, at the age of 40, and officially retired after he was released by the Red Sox in March of 1974. At the time of his retirement, he led the record for shortstops in games played, double plays turned, and assists. He finished his career with 2,677 hits and a .311 on-base percentage. He was a 10-time All-Star. In 1984, Aparieio was inducted into the Hall of Fame, becoming the first Venezuela native to earn enshrinement in Cooperstown. He made plays that opponents first viewed with amazement, and then gloomily he came to accept his normal performance. Ed Ferrell of the Saturday Evening Post. So for his career stats at a glance, he played in 2,599 games. He had 10,230 at-bats, 1,335 runs scored, 2,677 hits, 394 doubles, 92 triples, 83 home runs, 791 RBIs, 506 stolen bases, 736 walks. He had a batting average of .262, OPS of .653, an on-base percentage of .311, and a slugging percentage of .343. So there we have it. Luis Ernesto Aparieio Montiel, inducted into the Hall of Fame in 1984 for the Chicago White Sox, which was his primary team, and he was a shortstop. Next up to bat, we've got Don Drysdale. Don Drysdale. Oh, I forgot to bring him forward front and center while I was reading his biography. Sorry there, Lewis. I'll do that for the last ones here. Don Drysdale. Donald Scott Drysdale, inducted into the Hall of Fame in 1984. Primary team was the Los Angeles Dodgers, and his primary position, he was a pitcher. So the Pirates shortstop Dick Grote once claimed batting against Don Drysdale is the same as making a date with a dentist. Drysdale was a tough pitcher, along with Sandy Koufax, formed the most dominant pitching tandem of the 1960s. The hard-throwing right-hander had a reputation for owning the plate. Sports writer Dave Anderson wrote, "Home plate is 17 inches wide, but to Don Drysdale it's divided into 3 parts. The inside 4 inches, the middle 9 inches, and the outside 4 inches. To him, only the middle part belongs to the hitter. The inside and the outside part belongs to the pitcher." Drysdale used a sidearm fastball and brushback pitches to intimidate hitters, and was not afraid to throw inside. As Orlando Cepeda described, "The trick against Don Drysdale is to hit him before he hits you." Upon his retirement from the game, Drysdale's 154 batters hit by a pitch were a modern National League record. As he put it, "My own little rule was 2 for 1. If one of my teammates got knocked down, then I knocked down 2 on the other team." Although he had better peripheral stats in other seasons, Drysdale took home the Cy Young Award in 1962 when he won 25 games, at a time when there was only one award given in the major leagues. In 1968, he pitched 58 straight scoreless innings, a record that would stand for 20 years. During that stretch of consecutive scoreless innings was a record 6 straight shutouts. A terrific all-around athlete, Drysdale could swing the bat as well as throw the ball. In his career, he hit 29 home runs, including 7 in each of the 1958 and the 1965 seasons, a record for home runs in a season by a National League hurler. In his major league career, he batted as high as 6th in the lineup and was used as a pinch hitter from time to time. He was the only 300 hitter in the lineup for the 1965 World Series champion Dodgers. Drysdale's 14-year big league career ended in 1969 at the tender age of 32. After his playing days, he stayed involved in the game as a broadcaster for the White Sox, Rangers, Expos, Angels, and the Dodgers. When his wife, Ann Myers, was elected to the Basketball Hall of Fame in 1993, it marked the only marriage between Hall of Famers from any of the 4 major American sports: football, hockey, basketball, and baseball. "I hate all hitters. I start a game mad and I stay that way until it's over," said Don Drysdale. His career at a glance, although it was a short career at 14 years, 518 games, he gave up 3,084 hits, 1,292 runs, 3,432 innings pitched, with 209 wins, 166 losses, with a .567 winning percentage. He started in 465 games. He had a 2.95 ERA. He completed 167 games, had 49 shutouts, a whip of 1.148. He had 6 saves in his career. He gave up 1,124 earned runs. He gave up 855 walks and 2,486 strikeouts. So there we have it. Donald Scott Drysdale inducted into the Hall of Fame in 1984. Primary team was the Los Angeles Dodgers, and he was a pitcher. Our third inductee, he's trying to slide away from me there, is Rick Ferrell. Rick Ferrell, inducted in 1984. His primary team was the Boston Red Sox, and he was a catcher. So as far as Rick Ferrell, Richard Benjamin Ferrell, inducted into the Hall of Fame 1984. Primary team, Sally's favorite team, Boston Red Sox, and he was a catcher for the Boston Red Sox. A strong-armed and durable catcher who could also handle the bat. Rick Ferrell spent nearly 2 decades working with pitching staffs throughout the junior circuit. An 8-time All-Star, Ferrell played for the St. Louis Browns, the Boston Red Sox, and the Washington Senators between 1929 and 1947. He retired with the American League record for the most games caught, 1,806, until fellow Hall of Famer Carlton Fisk passed him in 1988. Though it has been decades since he left the game, Ferrell may still be remembered best today for the 2 seasons in the mid-1940s in which he handled a quartet of unique hurlers. When I was catching for the Washington Senators, every game was an adventure because of 4 best pitchers in the 44s in 1944 and 45 were knuckleballers, said Ferrell, referring to 2 seasons in which he led the league in passed balls. When they released the ball, they didn't know where it was going, and neither did I. But I struggled through 2 seasons with Roger Wolf, Dutch Leonard, Mickey Hafner, and Johnny Niggling. According to longtime scout Joe Mathis, even if Rick had been a good hitter and a durable catcher, clever with the glove, he would have deserved the Hall of Fame for catching 4 knuckleball pitchers at one time. The mental heat catching those things with a big run on third base was worse than physically strapping on the harness for a hot summer doubleheader in St. Louis, Ferrell said. I guess having to handle those 4 flutter pitchers and one time was just the law of averages catching up with me. I'd been spoiled at Boston, handling 2 of the easiest pitchers I ever caught, Lefty Grove and my brother Wes. Ferrell's brother Wes won 193 games over 15 major league seasons, the 2 spending time as teammates with the Red Sox and Senators. Rick and Wes Ferrell are 2 of 6 brothers from rural Greensboro, North Carolina, and 2 of 4 to play professional baseball. I had 5 brothers, and I was the only one with a mitt, Ferrell said. Anyway, they all thought they were pitchers, especially Wes, who wouldn't put a mitt on. If he couldn't pitch, he wouldn't play. I was stuck with the catcher's mitt, and I'm glad I was. And though Ferrell lacked power, smacking only 28 home runs during his career compared to Wes's 38, he did hit .281 over his 18 major league seasons while topping the 300 mark 4 times. It's been nice living, but a little hard on the ears, Ferrell said late in his playing career. I guess I've had to listen to more profanity than any other man in baseball. Not that I minded particularly. When you've got the hitters cussing, your club's in good shape, they don't say anything when they're hitting. Brother or no brother, he was a real classy receiver. You never saw him lunge for the ball. He never took a strike away from you. He'd get more strikes for a pitcher than anybody I ever saw because he made catching look easy, said Wes Ferrell, his brother. All right. Career stats in his career at a glance. He played in 1,884 games. He had 6,028 batters he faced, 687 runs, 1,692 hits, 324 doubles he gave up, 45 triples, 28 home runs, RBIs 734, stolen bases 29, Walks 931, batting average 281, OPS 741, on base percentage 378, and his slugging percentage was 363. So there we have it. Our third Hall of Famer, Rick Ferrell, inducted into the Hall of Fame in 1984, with his primary team being the Boston Red Sox, and he was a catcher. So our fourth Hall of Famer, Harmen Killebrew, inducted in 1984. So Harmen Killebrew. Harmen Clayton Killebrew, inducted into the Hall of Fame in 1984. His primary team was the Minnesota Twins, and his primary position was a first baseman. Harmen Killebrew was one of the most feared sluggers of the 1960s, and when he retired in 1975, he had accumulated more runs than any right-handed batter in American League history, said former Washington Senators player, manager, and coach Ozzie Bluge. He hit line drives that put the opposition in jeopardy, and I don't mean infielders, I mean outfielders. It was on the high school ball fields of the Midwestern town of Payette, Idaho, where Hammer and Harmen was discovered by the Senators in 1954. The 17-year-old slugger signed on with the club for a relatively large bonus, and the rules of the day dictated that they had to keep the youngster on the major league roster for 2 years, or risk losing him to another team. In 1959, at age 23, Killebrew had a breakout year at the hot corner, hitting 42 home runs with 105 RBIs, and Orioles manager Paul Richard marveled at his immense power and prestigious blasts. Killebrew can knock the ball out of any park, including Yellowstone. It was the nature of his tape measure home runs, combined with his first 5 letters of his last name, the nickname Killer was born. Longtime Senators and Twins owner Calvin Griffith remarked, "He hit home runs like few people can hit in the category of height and distance. Harmen didn't hit many line drive home runs. He would hit the ball so blooming high in the sky, they were like a rocket ship going up in the air." And teammate Bob Allison explained, "Harmen has that graceful, fast swing. He swings up at the ball just a little bit and hits those high homers." Over the course of his 22-year big league career, Killer put together 8 40 home run seasons and 44 multiple home run games. Although he was known as Killer at the plate, Harmen Killebrew was a gentle and quiet man off the field. When asked what he liked to do for fun, he once replied, "Well, I like to wash dishes, I guess." Former Twins public relations director Tom McGee once said of Harmen, "He is one of the finest individuals in the major leagues. To know Harmen Killebrew is to be a Killebrew fan." And his old Twins teammate, Reese, called him one of the classiest people I've ever met in my life, further stating he treated people with respect, even with the stature he had. "He was the meal ticket for our franchise for all those years in Washington and Minnesota," said Calvin Griffith. His career at a glance: he played in 2,435 games. He had 8,147 at-bats, scored 1,283 runs, had 2,086 hits, 290 doubles, 24 triples. He had 573 home runs, 1,584 RBIs, 19 stolen bases, 1,559 walks. He had a batting average of .256, an OPS of .884, an on-base percentage of .376, and a slugging percentage of 509. So there we have it, our fourth inductee into the Hall of Fame in 1984, Harmen Killebrew. Harmen Clayton Killebrew, inducted into the Hall of Fame 1984 with primary team the Minnesota Twins, and he was a first baseman. So our fifth and final Hall of Famer, one of Sally's favorite with the Boston. I think he didn't he play with Brooklyn for a little while? I gotta look at his stats for his team. I know he was with the Brooklyn Dodgers, that's for sure. Maybe he did spend most of his career with Brooklyn Dodgers. Yeah, he was a Dodger tried and true, and he even stayed with the Dodgers when he went to when they went to Los Angeles in 1958. That's when he ended his career, it looks like. Okay, so PeeWee Reese, his real name is Harold Henry Reese, inducted into the Hall of Fame in 1984, primary team, the Brooklyn Dodgers, and his primary position, the shortstop. All right, so not so many people. Big difference from yesterday and today with how many people we have in the stream. Yesterday, I think I made it up to almost 15. I think it was 14 or 15. So PeeWee didn't want accolades, but he had an ego, and he knew that he was an exceptional athlete and had been blessed with attributes far more important than size. He was brimming with things that made him a leader, one filled with class beyond compare. Sports columnist Earl Cox, in the Voice Tribune of August 18th, 1998, PeeWee Reese was the heart and soul of the Dodgers, playing shortstop from 1940 to 1957. He served in the Navy from 1943 to 1945. I knew there was something good about him. He was a Navy man. In Brooklyn, and for one season in Los Angeles. With Reese, numbers don't tell the whole story. He was a natural leader who was named captain of the team in 1950. He was a 10-time All-Star, and his Dodgers won 7 pennants and 1 World Series against the Yankees. He never won an MVP award, but 8 times finished in the top 10 in MVP voting. His nickname came not from stature, but from his childhood days as a marbles champion in Louisville. He broke in with the Dodgers in 1940. He became a regular the following year, and by 1942, he was leading the league in putouts and assists, and making the first of 10 consecutive All-Star appearances. All right. He was a versatile ball player, and his contributions to the team were varied. He led the National League in walks with 104. In 1947, in runs in 1949, and in stolen bases in 1952. Defensively, he led the league 4 times in putouts, twice in double plays, and once each fielding percentage and assists. But his most important action on a baseball field may have been prior to a game in 1947. The Dodgers were visiting Cincinnati, and the fans and opposing players were getting on rookie Jackie Robinson. Reports of the game state that Reese calmly walked over to Robinson, put his arm around his teammate's shoulder, and chatted. The gesture is remembered as an important moment in both Robinson's career and the acceptance of African Americans in baseball and American society. Earlier, Reese had refused to sign a petition circulating among the Dodger teammates concerning Robinson's participation on the team. Jackie's widow, Jackie Robinson, said, "I thought it was a very supportive gesture and very instinctive on PeeWee's part. You shouldn't forget that PeeWee was the captain, and he led the way. PeeWee was more than a friend. PeeWee was a good man. He was the heart and soul of the boys of summer," said Vince Gully. So PeeWee Reese's stats and his career at a glance: he played in 2,166 games. He had 8,058 at-bats. He scored 1,338 runs, 2,170 hits, 330 doubles, 80 triples, 126 home runs, 885 RBIs, 232 stolen bases, 1,210 walks, a batting average of .269, OPS of .743, on-base percentage of .366, and a slugging percentage of .377. So there we have it, our fifth and final Hall of Fame inductee for 1984. And I just want to show you guys something real quick. Sally had mentioned that she has a graded card of PeeWee Reese. I have one graded card of the 1984 Hall of Famer. And this is my oldest graded card I do have of Harmen Killebrew. This is of Harmen Killebrew's 1958 Topps card. Doesn't have an awesome grade, but it is a graded card nonetheless of 3.5 for number 288. It is a PSA. That's the grading company that I do prefer. But that is my oldest graded card I own in my PC. So I just wanted to pull that out quick since he was our Hall of Famer today. And if we had Sally's card here of PeeWee Reese, we could have his right here. I believe, is yours not a 1958 Topps PeeWee Reese there, Sally? I'll wait for Sally's response here. Paul is in the house. How you doing, Paul? We've had a few more people show up now. There's 5 in the stream now. Isn't yours a 58 Topps there, Sally? I'll kind of hang out and wait for your response here. Hey everyone, sorry I'm late. That's okay there, Kevin. You can probably just blame it on me because I was late starting the stream today. Yes, and it's a 5. All right, so yours is from the 1958 Topps too. All right, Sally. Just wanted to share that. with you guys real quick, and gals. So there we have it. PeeWee Reese was our 5th and final Hall of Famer. Inducted into the Hall of Fame in 1984, primary team, Brooklyn Dodgers. He spent his entire year with the Brooklyn Dodgers. And so, Mountain Gorilla, hi, bud. Yeah. So, other than that, I am doing fine. I can't remember if I mentioned it yesterday. But yeah, my wife she is sick also. She stayed home from work yesterday. I think I mentioned that in my live stream yesterday. But what a difference a day makes. And especially for me getting on late with my stream today. I didn't make it in between my 10 and 10:30 time frame. I did start out late. But I will go at least an hour so we can hang out and chit chat a little bit. I do have some items that have come in. For our family mail call on Friday, I have 2 packages so far. I think I got 1 or 2 more packages coming in today. So, just wanted to kind of mention that a little bit here. So we will have some family mail call packages. Yeah, you sound 100% better. Yeah, there's just a little bit of phlegm left. Uh, I would have probably been closer on time, but me and the wife kind of slept in this morning since she didn't go to work today again. Um, but she forced me to take a shower before I got on live with you guys, so that probably kind of helped things a little bit. I was able to clear my sinuses out a little bit better, but I can feel them trying to conglomerate here again. And I don't know if anybody caught my Bible reading this morning that got posted up. I recorded more episodes yesterday afternoon since I was feeling better. And between now and next week, I'll probably be pre-recording my lives for Monday and Tuesday because we will be going out of town for 2 days on Monday and Tuesday to a Bible conference down in Tacoma, and then it's usually our annual trek. I get to visit with my 2 aunts and uncle down south from where we live. It's about an hour's drive. So, coffee and jam with Chris. Uh-oh. That forces me to bring out my bell. Can you see that, Chris? That's in honor of coffee and jam with Chris. That's my coffee bell, and I know probably Kevin's probably seen this before, but this is a Las Vegas coffee bell. I know Kevin saw these before, so I mean you could get a nice better bell like this at one of your local gift shops there, Kevin. These are awesome bells. The way the clanger is and stuff. But just ring that a few times. You can, if you do hold on to it, it kind of dulls the sound. So it does show you how the bell does work. But this has been so long since I've seen Coffee or Chris in the live stream. I set my alarm hoping to catch you live around this time, but just realized you're in late. That's okay, Chris. It's been nice to see you. I was on the other day when you guys were at your praise and worship service at your church. You guys said hi. I was on there with Joel, so it was nice to see you there. I'm doing pretty good there, Chris. I've been sick this week, so I've been battling that, but I'm on the mend, so you can probably hear it a little bit in my voice, a little bit of congestion, but here, let me, since we are done with this part, I can turn the camera around so you guys can see I am alive still here. Turn the camera. You can see I have my Hall of Fame shirt on, and just wanted to jump in here. My wife loves coffee. Our entire kitchen is coffee themed. Well, that's cool, Paul. That's neat. Yep, me and the wife both drink coffee each and every morning. Matter of fact, when my wife went downstairs to get it ready, we're Seattleites, so we like our coffee fresh. We get the coffee beans, and then we grind them fresh daily when we get ready to make our coffee. So we have it's kind of neat. We bought this. I was surprised when I saw it. It's a Mr. Coffee, so it's an all-encompassing coffee bean grinder, and then our Mr. Coffee pot is right next door to it, so we grind enough to make 6 cups of coffee, so we drink that. And then I can hear your 7-7 baseball card. Oh, can I have your 7-7 baseball card too? Kevin showed me his. Oh, that's only a one of a kind there, Chris. But I could probably get you some rookie cards. I could mail you some rookie cards, my baseball rookie cards. I could put one. I'll make a special one for you, and then of course I'll need to get you guys' address there in Malaysia, and I could mail it via letter to you. That would be easy, and it wouldn't cost a horrendous amount. Just the amount to send a letter post to Malaysia. So I could send you a letter with a couple of my rookie cards if you wanted to share them with people there. I could definitely send you one for you and Joel. And if you wanted a couple extras, I could put them in an envelope and just mail them to you. I would be more than willing to do that to you if you wanted that. Your wife and I will be coffee besties, Paul. Chris added you. Oh, okay. Did you give Coffee and Jam with Chris a subscription there, Paul? Make sure you do it the right way. Um, comment, commit, and stick. Oh yeah, by the way, don't forget the thumbs up. Thumbs up for the host. That's what I know Chris says that in her feeds all the time. Thumbs up for the host. Let me go here and just check and see how my thumbs ups are doing. Go into my live feed here. Turn the volume off. Oh, it looks like we're up to six thumbs up. There's only 6 in the stream. I don't think. Oh, nope. Looks like we're up to 7. We're getting up there, up to 7. But that's okay. Just wanted to kind of hop in here and just let people know I do exist. But we'll go for another few minutes at least. I don't want to run now that Coffee and Jam with Chris was here. I want a rookie card too, Donald. Yes. If you do get a chance, Chris, just send me an email or we're on Messenger together. You could even type it in your Messenger. If you send me your mailing address, I can get one of those ready this week and mail it out to you. I don't mind doing that. And I'll give you an autographed rookie card of Donald Blomdahl. All right. So, Chris and Joel joined my live stream last night. See, I didn't even know you did a live stream last night. And we had a blast. She loved your rookie card. Okay, I see. I see. Coffee and Jam with Chris was on Kevin's. Joel is asleep. He had a really long day, so he asked me to come support you with his channel too. Okay. Kevin's card collecting and more. You did a 3-hour stream yesterday, Kevin, and I didn't know. You should have texted me and let me know you were going live there, Kevin. Now I really feel bad. You did a 3-hour live stream? That's amazing. I'll have to go back and watch that, that's for sure. No, okay, Joel. Okay, so is Coffee and Jam on one device and is Joel on another device? Hopefully I get credit for both of you guys being here, even though I know it's Chris. Thanks, Chris. I appreciate that. Giving me some support. Wow. Now, this is what kind of happened yesterday. I got ready to sign off yesterday and stuff. Okay, I can send you my mailing address. All right. Thank you. JD's Flying Canuck. How are you today, Donald? Doing much better. If I can be wearing my glasses so I can read what I have to read when I do my history lessons, I am doing well. Because without my glasses, I can't even see the text flying by on my phone. It's all a blur. But with my congestion and stuff, a lot of times I'm not able to wear my glasses because it just makes my eyes just water. But now that I'm pretty much on the healing side, sorry, don't want to blind you there. I'm doing much better, that's for sure. All right, so I'm pretty sure I've got everybody. I think JD's Flying Canucks. I'm pretty sure I am. The chat's starting to fly through here now. Let me just double check and make sure I do have him. I'm pretty sure I'm subscribed to him. Yeah, JD's Flying Canuck. I am subscribe to him. Looks like his channel here is a looks like it's an airport or something. JD's Flying Canuck. On the river, Ontario, Canada. Canada. I like that. Canada. I can't even say it right. Canada. Wow, is this recent? Oh, January 4th. Wow, that's like last week. No, that's like 4 days ago. You getting some snow there in Canada. Well, look at that, guys. Looks like the lake's not quite frozen. Looks like the lake's not quite frozen. Alright, just to make sure I am locked in, I do show a subscription there, but I don't know if, just want to make sure it is done totally the proper way. So we'll go through this real quick, and you'll see that I watched at least one of his videos to make sure we're on board with him. Light snow on the river, 7:45 a.m. Beautiful, enjoy. I like those metal carvings there, that is cool. But there we go. Let me just go back to my channel now. Oops. Boom. Uh-oh. Yeah, now it's going to go. This is what happens when you do pictures of yourself and it goes in and in and in and in. That's why you don't really want to do this. So you want to go off of here, off the live stream, and just go. There we go. Now I'm back to my channel. All right. But now I'm just going to go back to you guys seeing me. All right. There you go. So I just previewed JD's Flying Canuck channel. Go ahead and check him out. Okay. I'm going to begin by adding our remote control flying on my channel. I am excited for that. I want to see you flying some of your RC planes there, Kevin. That would be awesome. One of these days, I'll when the weather gets nicer around here. You're down in Las Vegas. You get nice weather during the daytime. You can get away with stuff like that. But I do have a drone that I still have not taken out of the box. I'll probably have to take it out, put it together, and practice flying it a little bit before I try and do a video of it flying in my backyard. But that would be really cool. So, Joel's, got his glasses on and his guitar. At least, Chris knows. Don't put too many emojis. 2 emojis is good. Anything more than that's pretty much considered spam. But I do the same thing. I try and limit my emojis to 2 now. I used to do a lot more, but then when people started cracking down, I try to do without emojis, but sometimes you just want to do something to make it a little bit different. So I like doing that also. So hopefully you guys enjoyed my Hall of Fame induction for 1984. If you did miss it, you can go back and watch the replay and give me some watch hour time. Do appreciate that. What's this? A couple of days ago I went to your channel and it said you had no content. Strange, but then yesterday everything was back to normal. Did you notice anything? Yeah. Yep, only 2 emojis per text, yes. Yeah, Chris, I know you're familiar with that. But, what's it called, Donald? What's that? What's it called? know enough about that RC stuff. Is anyone seeing me? I can see you, Sally. I mean, I can see your text here. Yeah, your texts are here. Yes, Sally, we can see you here. Did you say something earlier, Sally? Did I miss it? I would love to own a remote control Concorde. Wow, do they make remote control Concords? Wouldn't surprise me. They probably do. JD's Flying Canuck. The one you want. Let's see. Da, 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 da. The you want watch hours on, bro? I'm confused with what JD's saying in there for sure, but it's easily to get confused in the chat because a lot of times you guys are chatting back and forth to each other. But excuse my typos. Don't worry, I do the same thing, especially if I'm typing on my phone. I'd rather type on my computer, but a lot of times I'm on watching people's streams and stuff, and usually it is on my phone, and it's so hard to type on a phone, especially with my new case. It's like a case within a case. There's a little case, and then I put my OtterBox on. I guess that's how they improved their OtterBox technology, but it does enclose the case. Oh yeah, you can watch any of my playlists. I have 20 hours, I have 15 hours, 10 hours, 5 hours. If you really have a computer that wouldn't be bothered for a couple days, you can just go to my channel, click on videos, and just say play all. If you play all of somebody's videos, especially for mine, I have over 540 by now. It would probably take you a couple days to play all of my content, but that would definitely give me some watch hours. I've done that to people before. I helped out Marcos Eats. He just recently got his watch hours. He's in the process of being monetized. He's under review. Oh, okay. I just got looks like 2 packages delivered to my mailbox. I got my alerts from the post office saying they were delivered. So, but yeah, anybody that's able to, that can watch my playlists would be appreciated. I know there's not many people in the stream right now. Still running your playlist, Donald, ever since I got back from Thailand. Well, I appreciate that. Just make sure it's not ones that you've already played. Okay, there goes the second one. Okay, I got my second alert. I knew I had 2 packages coming in to the mailbox today. So that's out there later when I go to the bank for the church. But yeah, so I'm going to get ready to probably end my stream in a little bit, unless you guys, I mean, I don't mind staying here and hanging out with you guys. It's actually kind of fun. I'd actually try to go on to StreamYard, but then I'd have to end this stream and then jump into StreamYard. That way I could bring guests on with me and we could talk in the chat room. Once I get back to better health, I'd probably do that. I've lost my computer cord and my laptop battery is dodo dead. How? Oh, did you lose your computer cord when you came back from your mom's place or something, Sally? Can't find it. Might have to buy a new cord. Sometimes you can go to a used computer shop or something like that, and they might be able to provide a cord for you. As long as they know what type of cord your laptop takes. But that definitely is a possibility there. Dodo dead. Laugh out loud. Yes, Dodo dead, she said. Yep. So, other than that, I will be, and I apologize for this, I did have to get one project definitely done yesterday. I'm going to have to get to bed in 10 or 15 minutes more, Donald. It's 4 a.m. here. Got a class to teach at 8 a.m. Oh, you better get some sleep then there, Chris. I didn't know you were getting ready that you had to teach today at 8 a.m. You definitely got to get some shut-eye. I take it you don't have to go far to where you teach. Is it close to where you live? Or, wow, hopefully you don't have to go too far to where you have to go to teach your class. I know you teach a music class, but hopefully it's not too far. Hope you feel better soonest, Don. Thank you, Chris. Appreciate that. And I still waiting to try and catch you guys live. I know you don't have a full schedule on when you do your lives and stuff, but send me a little note in Messenger, and I will surely be like to help when you are online again. Coffee and Jam with Chris. Just send me a quick Messenger note, because I'll usually get those notifications from Messenger, and I would definitely like to jump on your next live stream. All right, Chris. So I know you have to get some sleep so you can teach your class in a couple hours. Asarbo, what's that? Asarobo success. Asarobo success. Let me check that one out real quick. Asarobo success. All right, I thought so. I thought I was subscribed to Asarobo success. I'm already subscribed to that channel. So I do appreciate you hopping in with us today, Asarobo success. If you're not friends with her, go ahead and check out her channel. I am focused on my video contents. I understand there, Coffee and Jam with Chris. It's good, Chris. All right, so let's go back here to my page. Keep an eye on that here. So other than that, I can't think of much else to really talk about. I know people have to get on with their days. This is Wednesday. It's midweek. A lot of people are at work. Coffee and Jam with Chris, you are so blessed to be able to make a living doing what you love to do. Many of us, especially in the States, do what we have to do, not what we like to do. Yeah. So, all right. So she's saying goodbye on her channel. She's saying goodbye for Joel on his channel. Thanks there, Chris. You and Joel have a blessed week, end of your week coming up. We will see you around the channels, that's for sure. And thank you for stopping by and paying me a visit this morning. Even though I know it's like 4 a.m. for you. That's craziness. But sometimes that's what it takes to catch people and to help support people. So I do appreciate that very much. There we go. All right. So I'm going to get ready to probably wrap things up here. To one and all, hope everything rocks for you. You too, Sally. You get a good night's sleep. Let's go. Let's go. So, yeah, we'll just keep moving through, keep plugging around to be more relaxed and doing what I love. I'm so blessed to have such a supportive and loving husband. Yes, exactly. All right, Coffee and Jam with Chris and Joel Yo. You guys have a great week. Thanks for jumping in and showing me support on the channel. And then again, if you do have time, people, I know everybody has busy schedules, but I am getting closer. 273 watch hours to go to hit my 4K. So I am getting closer, and I appreciate everybody in the channels. I appreciate everybody that does help me. My shout outs go to my big viewers. I had Marco's Eats here this last week. I had Lucky, Paul Deitch, amongst others that said they would watch my content. Bobby Catalano, I just got a package in from her for my family mail call Fridays. So I'll be sharing that this Friday in the channel. So very close, Donald. You'll get it much sooner than I do. Oh, don't worry. I'm working on your content also there. Coffee and Jam with Chris. I've been working on a few other people, but I am going to go back to your channel again soon and see where I am lacking on catching up on some of your videos. Okay? So I will be doing that also with your channel, giving you more watch hours. I know you've been helping me out, and I really, really do appreciate that. It's just that it does get harder once you've watched somebody's content all the way through. So, but I am constantly posting up new videos as often as possible. And I do have the new video series, Reading God's Word Through in 2020. That posts up every morning at 4 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Not 4 a.m., 5 a.m. Pacific Time. All right. And that's my daily readings from God's Word. We'll be finishing up in about a week or so through Genesis. And we'll be done Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy, going through each of the books of the Bible as we read the whole Bible. Check my eBay PAD 135 buff if anyone gets a chance. I'm confused there, Paul. Check my eBay pad. Do you sell on eBay there, Paul? I didn't know you sold on eBay. If anyone gets a chance. Okay, so... Okay, pad 135 buff. So is that your eBay page there? Let me make a note of that real quick. Pad 135 buff. 135 buff. B-U-F. That's Paul Deitch. D-Y-C-H-E. All right. eBay. All right, Paul. I will check out your eBay page and see what you have listed on there. All right. If you find it, look up Chance Adams Autos. I just put 2 of them in one auction. Sorry that talk to text messed up. No. Yeah, I don't like that sometimes. Sometimes you get the wrong things put into your text when you do a talk to text. But yeah, I will check out your eBay channel there. Pad 135 buff. Pad 135 buff. I will check that out there, Paul. I will check that out also and see what you're selling on eBay. But other than that, I can't think of anything else unless anybody else has anything. My talk to text gets saucy. Probably with your accent too, Sally. Your British accent. That accent. Don't get us. Hopefully, I don't say the wrong way or say the wrong thing. But I like the way you talk. It's spot on. Spot on. Sally, it's hilarious. Always trying to get me in trouble. Alright. So I'm going to go ahead and get ready to wrap things up here. It is fun talking, but I don't want to keep people longer. But it is fun to just chat with friends in the chat room here. I get to do the talking when you're the one running the show. But there you go. I like that. Sally speaks proper English. And that's probably why when I read the Bible, she understands what I'm talking about when I read God's Word. Because that's proper English. And believe it or not, the King James 1611, actual copy of the 1611, is much different than what we read today as the King James Bible. But that's another story and another topic all in itself. But yes, King James, the Bible that we read today, is written in about a fifth grade level. So if you have gone to school through 5th grade, you should be able to understand God's Word. You're not getting at me, Don. We're funning. I know, we have fun on the channel, Sally. I just like to throw that disclaimer out there. I've read an old King James. We, the, and thy in it. Oh yeah, the King James that I read has those in there. But the old English I'm talking about, if you actually have a chance to look and see an original copy of the King James 1611 original version, you will see how it is much different English than we're even used to. Probably even for Sally's generation there in the United Kingdom. So yeah. So do we Yanks have an accent to you? that would be the curious question to Sally for sure, is when she hears us talk English, does it seem like we have the accent? Like we think you have the accent? That's always the fun part of conversing with not only any place that has a British Commonwealth to it will have that accent, just like the Aussies in Australia. But yeah, it's just fun. Still waiting to see if Sally's gonna come. There are a lot of various accents at Kevin. I love the southern draw, but you say aluminum funny. Aluminum? Aluminum. How do you say aluminum? It's aluminum. I can say it. How many times you want me to say aluminum? Aluminum? But you say aluminum funny. Laugh out loud. No, say you say aluminum funny. Do I say it funny, or does Sally say it funny, or do we say it funny? Who says it funny? Sorry. Read it like I spelt it. Like you spelt it. What'd Sally say? Aluminum. Aluminum. Aluminium. 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 It's aluminum. Read it like I spelt it. Aluminum. Like minimum. Minimum. Aluminum. Aluminum. If you take out the ALU and just say minimum, minimum, aluminum, aluminum, aluminum. But you say aluminum funny. I'm probably saying it funny with my nasally sense now, right, too? What team players do you saved, Guerrillo? Sometimes it's just fun listening and watching the chatting in the room. This reminds me of my live stream last night. I was trying to pronounce Chris's full name in Thai. It was ridiculous. Isn't it Yo? Y-E-O-H? Yo? Yo? Or is it Yao? Or I don't even know if I say it right. Did you say it right, or did you keep getting it wrong, Kevin? Oh, my word. This is fun. We're having fun chatting in the channel. Maybe we'll go to an hour and a half. Give me a little bit more watch time. It seems like when I get more watch time, even if it's a few people, it kind of helps out sometimes. We're jumping between 3 and 4. I think most everybody is leaving. I butchered it badly. Isn't it Joel and Chris? I can't even say her full first name, but I like Kriz, Krizz. Kriz that's her shortened first name. Kriz and Joel Yo. Isn't it Yo? Kind of like, yo, dude. Yo. That's the way I would think it would be said. Y-E-O-H. Yo. Yo. I'll have to ask Chris the next time I talk to them and stuff and see if I'm saying it right. Yo. 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 And it is 12 o'clock here. My wife's probably wondering, when are we going to have lunch? We didn't have much for... Well, no, we did. We had eggs and hash brown... homemade eggs. Homemade eggs. Eggs and hash browns for breakfast. I was trying to say her first name and last combined. She was laughing at me. Krisigna? I think it's Krisigna or something like that. Krisigna, yo. Krisigna, yo. Oh, nice. So, other than that, let's see. Oh, I know one thing I gotta do real quick while I'm thinking about it. All right. There we go, Paul. I've got you hooked up now. What? Are you still with us, Paul? Paul. Are you still with us? Is Paul still hanging out in the chat? We're back up to 6 people, so we do have some people in there. We had people leaving, now we got people showing back up. Might have to just stay in the line just a little bit longer. Paul, are you still hiding out with us by chance? Anybody know if Paul's still here? Let's see here. Go in here and live chat. There we go. We do got 10 thumbs up. Of course, somebody popped in and gave us a thumbs down. Is Paul still here? Oh, wait. I got to do this one, too. There we go. So let's see. Is Paul with us still by chance? I don't see where Paul's jumped in here. Maybe he left. Let's see. It kind of shows he might still be here. Gorilla's still hiding out. Gorilla family's still here, I think, too. Yeah, we're up to 7 a second ago. So let's see. Who else? I got to make sure. I thought I had her. And oh, where's Joel? There's Joel. A little overdue on a few of these here. So now the next time they pop in, they'll see. So let's see. I guess most everybody's leaving. Now it shows we still got 6 people here. We love it when you Brits say aluminum. You say it wrong, but funny. Oh my word. So I guess Gorilla and Paul must have jumped out of here. Autumn loves your Yusei Kikuchis. Oh, does Autumn love Yusei Kikuchis? I'm a Yusei Kikuchi collector too. That might be hard, but I'll see if I have any that I can send Gorilla's way. We'll have to see. Collect the same exact thing. There's Gorilla Family, putting a smile face in her. Welcome to the club there, Gorilla MG. Welcome to the club. Alright. So yeah. Now if we can see if Paul can chime in. Down the road I gotta see if I don't know where Lucky Lucky's at. I haven't seen Lucky Lucky on the channel recently. Yeah, he's not here. You're welcome there, Gorilla. Sorry, I'm typing something in for somebody. I don't think he's here right now, but just wanted to say hi to him because he likes watching my replays. Maybe he'll catch us at the end of that replay or something. Other than that, yeah, well, we've gone over the hour and a half mark. Gone over the hour. Paul Dyke is here. Welcome to the club there, Paul. Welcome to the club. I'm pretty sure I've got Lucky Lucky. I gotta make sure when he comes back into the stream again that I can give him his wrench, give him his blue wrench due. Alright. So other than that, I can't think of anything else I need to do for today's stream. Did have to catch up on a few of my long overdue wrench appointees on the channel. I was way overdue for that on you, Paul. But I do appreciate everybody that does come in here and does help. Could you send Gorilla, could you send your address, please? We are the Blue Crew. Yes, you guys are the Blue Crew for sure. Once I know you've hung out with me for a while and you're a faithful subscriber, you become part of the Blue Crew. Alright? So, yeah, as Chris would say, you guys are part of Donald Smurf's group. No, that's what Chris calls her group. I'm called Papa Smurf. I think she calls me Papa Smurf. Does she have a nickname for you yet, Kevin? I'm Papa Smurf. I'm a wrench. Donald Smurf. Not. Check my eBay later. Okay. Whoops. Sally type something and then it. I asked for Papa, but she said you already had that. So because I have a granddaughter, she dubbed me Grandpa Smurf. Oh, okay, you're Grandpa Smurf, so I'm Papa Smurf. I'm Papa Smurf and you're Grandpa Smurf. Okay, so Kevin's Grandpa Smurf. That is cute. You're definitely a grandpa there, Kevin. I'm not even a grandpa yet, so that's why I think she called me Papa Smurf. Marco Luciano. Marco Luciano? Who's Marco Luciano? Sally's Clumsy Smurf. Clumsy Smurf? Okay. Well, I'd say we'd try to keep going and see if we can get to the 2 hour mark, but we do still have 7 people watching. It could be they're just running my stream out of courtesy on their devices, which is fine. I do appreciate that. And I do like when people do that. I do that with people a lot of times, especially people that I know that do long streams. Sometimes I'll let it run and go to bed, and by the time I get up in the morning, of course, their long stream has ended. So at least I know I stayed with them throughout the remainder of their stream. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get ready to wrap things up. It is 12:15 here. I know my wife is going to be hungry for lunch soon, and she'll probably be wondering what's for lunch. I do have to make a trip to the bank to make our church deposit for this week. So yeah, Sally Smurf has a nice ring to it. I think Sally Smurf would work good for Sally. I'll ring the bell on that one. I'll ring the bell on that one. But I'm going to go ahead and put my bell back in its prestigious spot here for when we have hits possibly coming up on Family Mail Call Friday. So hopefully this one will be a little bit more exciting. I do have, I missed some spot shaving down here. I got some wild hairs growing there. Must have went too far low on my shaving, and some hairs are starting to grow there. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get ready to wrap things up here at probably the 1 hour and 40-minute mark. So we're getting close to our 2-minute warning, just in case you're wondering. We're getting close to our 2-minute warning to say goodbye for now. It has been fun hanging out with you guys. I didn't think we would go this long, but we did have people show up. I wasn't going to just say goodbye when Chris showed up a little while ago. Let's see, let me scroll this down just a little bit. I rolled it a little bit too high. There we go. I can get this down. So hopefully you guys had a great day today. It was fun. Okie dokie. Catch y'all later. All right. We will see each other tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat channel. Again, tomorrow I'll be doing Reggie Jackson and following up after Reggie Jackson with the New York Yankees team history. So we will be doing Reggie Jackson's autobiography, or his biography, not his autobiography. That might be way too long. Yeah, I know. If I was here on time, we could have did our a full 2 hours. That's for sure. Well, tomorrow will probably be a much longer stream. How about to Tatis Jr.? Yes, Paul. Haha. Okay. So we do have a half a minute to go here. I am going to get ready to say goodbye, and we will wrap things up for today. So we will see you tomorrow. Tomorrow, I promise, will probably most likely be a much longer stream. Okay, guys? So until then, we will see you guys tomorrow. All right? And we will have a great time doing it. All right? You guys have a great and wonderful day, and we will see you around the channels, okay? Bye now.